Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late August 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's do it. Let's shuffle it up one time and see what we got for you. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me about Taurus here in late August. And yeah, we're just going to look at the first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. See what we got for Taurus in late August. I hope you're all doing great as we move on into Virgo season, my friends. Let's see. What do we got for Taurus, please? Thank you. Nice and quick. Wow, this one showed up for Virgo as well, so I feel like this is very good. This was a positive sign for them, and I really hope it's a positive sign for you. The exact same oracle card that's so bizarre, that rarely ever happens. So this is a beautiful card of abundance. It reminds me of the Empress, which for Taurus, that's an extra powerful positive card. So there's a lot to unpack here with this one. It's super nice. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about the Empress energy. Like I said, in tarot, the Empress can represent Taurus, that big Venus type of energy. And when I see this oracle card, even though this isn't a tarot deck, reminds me just of the same exact things and a couple extra. So this card to me is a huge card of creation. You see this mother and child. So that's all about creating and manifesting. This is a beautiful, abundant, blessed, fertile type of card. So we could be looking at areas of femininity. This could be motherhood and just overall abundance and blessings. This is a beautiful type of card. However, there's another little extra layer to this oracle card that I always like to speak about. This is a card of nurturing, loving, and caring. This is a card of contact. So in the coming days and weeks, you might be a little softer around the edges than you normally are. You might be a little more cuddly. You might be a little more lovey-dovey. You might need some big old bear hugs, and I got you, my friends. Give you a big internet one. But when we see this card, maybe someone you're connected to might need a couple hugs, or you might just need some affection. This is a card of affection. So I really like it. We're just going to place it down right here. For some of you, it could just be good incoming abundance, regardless of what shows up within the spread itself, whether we have challenges or not. But let's just put that down right there. As I always say, the first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get into tarot. And yes, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get into the intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's shuffle it up here one time for Taurus. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, which, I mean, speaking of positive, it was titled A Massive Payoff. Now, it did seem in recent weeks like we've had a lot of ups and downs, which is life, right? Tarot is like that. But the main theme of last week's reading was like you coming out on top in the end with something, or putting forth a lot of effort to like for the future, right? Really looking at your goals, aligning them, aligning your actions to your goals, and something paying off in a very big way for a lot of you. So hopefully something came in, but let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Because, yeah, we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we got for Taurus here, please? Late August. Okay, yeah, so we have a little bit of mystery starting to show up here, huh? I've been seeing that for some other signs. We have the 2 of Swords. Hopefully this isn't any confusion. Let's not go there just yet. The 2 of Swords isn't necessarily a tough card. I see it as a neutral card. Big mystery there. Okay. Judgment. Okay. Action. I've been seeing this for other signs too. You have some very similar notes happening here that we saw in other signs. Let's get one more. So, such action. Wow. Okay. More secrecy or unexpected hidden energy on the back end here with the High Priestess. So Taurus, you have an extremely interesting reading this week. Usually your readings are, but this one's a little extra spicy, if you get my drift. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, just need to mention we have a lot of air energy showing up here in the front. We have some water. These are internal cards. These are cards of the thought process and the emotion. We have 2 huge cards on the end that represent the mysterious, the hidden, the secret, the unexpected, the surprising. And you're not alone with this. For a lot of other signs this week, especially the fire signs, there's been a lot of this like hidden energy. So let's go through one by one. Position number one, we have the Two of Swords. Now in tarot, all twos, all of them, represent choices. They represent decisions. They represent partnerships. You might be at a crossroads of some sort. So this card, in its challenging aspect, could be someone that's a little bit confused or doesn't know what to go, doesn't know which way to go, doesn't know how they should handle something. So hopefully that's not something you're going through, a little bit of confusion. But like I've been alluding to in this reading, this is one of my biggest cards of mystery. This is right up there with the moon to me, because this person has the moon in the card. It's at nighttime. They're hoodwinked and blindfolded. So for a lot of you, when we clarified, it could be showing us something that's coming up that you don't quite see just yet, especially with Judgment right in the center of all this mystery, because Judgment's all about change. It's all about action. So I find this very interesting, the way the energies are sweeping and the way it's laid out. But yeah, maybe there's someone you're linked to that's a little bit confused or indecisive, and yeah, they don't know what they're even thinking, or they don't know what they're even doing. We'll get back to it. In the center, we have Judgment, an extremely powerful card. Now, Judgment could literally represent making a judgment. Do I let this go? Do I let it live? Like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I proceed? Do I put it in the past? Like, just to name a couple of possible decisions. It could be any choice, though. So we do have two cards of different paths, different choices. But the thing with Judgment is it's extremely powerful. Yes, it could be karmic as well, but this is explosive energy. This is Plutonian. So this is all about change. It's all about metamorphosis and transformation, regardless of literally being called Judgment. Hopefully, like, no one's being judgmental towards you in some sort of way. But when I see this, I think of change that cannot be stopped. And I do think of those karmic archetypes as well. So Judgment is extremely powerful. Another thing with Judgment, it's angelic. You see that angel there. That's the Archangel Gabriel. So for a lot of you, it could be Spirit trying to speak to you in some sort of way, especially with Gabriel, the High Priestess. There's a lot of cards here of possible connection to Spirit, the subtle energies, or Spirit trying to send you a message. On the back end, we have the High Priestess, one of my favorite cards in the whole entire deck. Classically, this card could represent a Pisces. I like to link her personally to all water signs. I feel like all water signs have a connection to the High Priestess. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. She is the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers. She often shows up when you have an extra deep interest in the spiritual, the esoteric, the hidden knowledge, things like that. So you might be on a quest for knowledge. Really love this High Priestess type of energy. Once again, she's a card of intuition, going with your gut. You might be really sensitive in this time to other people's energies, whether it's other people, places. So just know that in this time, you might want to protect your energy, because you could be extra sensitive to feeling what others feel. And whether you have those natural gifts, I believe we all have those natural gifts to some extent, but when the High Priestess shows up, it is saying you are extra energy sensitive in this time, whether you have it naturally or not. Now, once again, she is another mysterious card, a card that is linked or shrouded with mystery. So we have a lot of unexpected or surprising energy here. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for Taurus. Interesting reading so far, my friends. What do we got for Taurus, please? And yes, we're going to get into this right now, my friends. This is where I go intuitive, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Two of Swords. It's like the cards are already trying to talk to me before I even started. But yeah, let's see what's up with that Two of Swords. No, you're not going anywhere just yet. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Two of Swords. Why is that Two of Swords here? Thank you. Okay, yeah, so for some of you, this could absolutely be somebody that is a little confused, or somebody who is really indecisive. Hopefully this isn't somebody that is like extremely negative and pessimistic we're feeling here in the front end. Now, don't get this twisted. I still feel that there is a lot of mystery showing up here, like in the front. On the back, we still have a lot of possible unexpected things that could pop up. But when we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, to me, this is a card of somebody who can't choose something, doesn't know which route to go, how to handle something. So for some of you, it might be a surprising or unexpected situation or issue that popped up, and you don't quite know how to handle it or what to do just yet. Or this is how someone else is feeling. The Seven of Cups in reverse could be somebody trying to like snap themselves back to reality as well. So I'm getting that little sub note, like there could be somebody who's trying to snap back to reality in some sort of way. Okay, like, no, I need to think about this logically. I need to get my head out of the clouds. So I feel like somebody trying to get themselves mentally right, but there is this indecisive type of energy where it's like, all right, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to go or how I'm going to do it. And that's okay. Right? That's okay if you are feeling those things, or if someone you're connected to is feeling those things. It's only human to feel that from time to time. The answers will become clear eventually, though. But I still feel this hidden energy that I really want to peel back as we move through the reading. Let's keep pressing further. I'm not going to linger here too long. This could be about someone's mind state or mindset. So for some of you, this could be someone who mentally isn't in the best place right now. So keep that in mind. So why is Judgment here? I know I was giving a lot of messages there. Just take whatever hits. All right. Whatever speaks to the soul. Yeah, ready or not, here it comes. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. For a lot of you, you might need to hear that in life, sometimes we manifest things into our life. Sometimes we bring them in. Sometimes there is absolutely nothing we could do about it. Right? Like the only thing we can do is control our reactions. We have the Three of Wands in reverse underneath this Judgment card. This is change, and this change is going to happen one way or another, or this action, whatever this Judgment is representing, whether it is choice-based, whether it's things just popping up. And I feel like I need to say that to a lot of you. Yeah, sometimes there's things that we create, that we manifest, that we bring in. Sometimes there's nothing we can do about it. Sometimes things happen, right? And you know the term, right? Blank happens. I don't want to curse, but that's kind of what this feels like in the middle, okay? I do feel this change. Now, is it surprising? Is it unexpected? That could absolutely possibly be it. But for a portion of you, I feel like there might be certain things happening, certain things that you're contending with that you didn't create. You didn't manifest it into your life. Sometimes things just happen, okay? And there's nothing wrong with like accepting that and knowing that. We can only control our reactions to things. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to see what's up with that High Priestess. I don't really need to overcomplicate that. This could be somebody deciding to keep things the same as well. Okay, I'm getting a few different things here. I don't want to like really muddy up the waters, but this could be somebody like keeping things as is or status quo. Let's go in on the High Priestess. And then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the Shadow card. Where's the High Priestess here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so we do have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse underneath this High Priestess. Okay. Yeah, I'm still feeling this energy for a lot of you. Watch out with work and money things in this time specifically. That's a big vibe with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse underneath this High Priestess. For some of you, you might have like a feeling in your gut. And once again, I'm getting this vibe, this intuitive vibe that a lot of you could be very, very sensitive to energies in this time, and you're not going to have to work to connect to it. It's like a free streaming type of energetic field that we have going on here. But once again, this unexpected energy is here. When I have this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, generally this is a card of working towards something, putting a lot of effort in, working hard towards it. When we get it in reverse, I feel like this is something that you don't have to work hard towards. So once again, this could be that unexpected or surprising change that we're seeing in the middle, and there's really nothing that you did to make it happen. Like it's just part of the karmic cycle. So for some of you, if there are big changes you're contending with or going through right now, there's not much you could have done different. Like it was going to happen in one way or another. I feel like I need to keep delivering that message because I am seeing that surprising or unexpected change in this spread this week. Okay. And for a lot of you, it could be money related, work related, a lot of changes there, changes in emotion. We have a lot of different suits showing up here. So there could be a lot of things changing in your life right now, or there could have been one thing that happened that flipped everything up. Let's just go through and do a quick little recap because I don't necessarily feel like this is all a tough or bad energy. Change is part of life, but let's go through one by one. In position number one, we do have this little bit of choice-making energy in the front, but we have the Two of Swords with the Seven of Cups in reverse. To me, this did feel like someone being a little indecisive. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I handle this? not really knowing what to do, and that's okay, right? The answers will come eventually. For a portion of you, you might be trying to ground yourself down or snap back to reality, think through something logically, get your head out of the clouds. That's a vibe I'm picking up. But we have this change in the center that is completely surrounded with the unexpected. We have judgment with the Three of Wands in reverse. Like I mentioned several times already, sometimes things are going to happen, things are going to change. Whether we see it coming, whether we don't, we didn't manifest it, it just happened, right? It was meant to happen for whatever reason, okay? And sometimes there is no explanation. On the back end, we have the High Priestess with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Watch out for work and money things, of course, but once again, this free-flowing energy that you're not going to have to work hard to connect to. Know that you might be extra sensitive to those things in this time. But for a portion of you, I feel like it ties perfectly into that unexpected or surprising change that we've been seeing. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here real quick. So let's shuffle it up and see what's in the shadows for Taurus. Interesting spread this week, my friends. So what do we got for Taurus, please? And I always like to pull one shadow card at the end of every spread. I feel like it's a nice little cherry on top of the reading. It's a nice thing to do. So let's see what's in the shadows for you, my friends. Guides, talk to me. Whether it's within yourself, whether it's something you don't quite see, I always think it's a nice introspective vibe. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, the energy of tests. You might be feeling cornered in this time. You might be feeling trapped in some sort of way. But generally, when I see the Seven of Wands, specifically in the shadows, if you're not feeling trapped in some sort of way, this to me is a card of tests. Like you feel like you're being tested or spirit could be testing you. The Seven of Wands generally is somebody like fighting off a crowd of people with sticks. So it can be conflict. Maybe internally you have a little bit of conflict about something. Maybe in recent times you feel like it's one thing after another, after another, after another. When you clear one thing away, another thing pops up. When you clear another thing away, another thing pops up. So just be wary of this type of energy. If you are feeling things like you're cornered or trapped or anything like that, even if it's small like cabin fever, this card could ask you to really go out and have some fun if possible. If that's within your time and means, you should really go out and try to stress relief in some sort of way when this card shows up. Like break free a little bit. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month. So if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witch's Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, in August, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.